Hi there, Karen with Ageless Beauty Pro here. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over a couple of more advanced moves with your mini and your TMP. And I'm going to also go over a little bit of the Sculptra. These are things that, if you've been using these devices and you're kind of looking to pump it up to the next level, your treatment, then you can do some of these moves. They're just little micro moves, but they really do help me see more enhanced results. Really well. Now, one thing, if you're using the TMP and you already know this, you really want to be gooped up. You want to be really nicely gelled, and you want a lot of that mist, which is really great that they include that mist with the device, because you really do need it to get this device to really do its best action. So really don't skimp on that. That if you're going to do it and get the best results. So we're going to turn this on. I'm going to go level 2, and I'm going to do the flashing. Okay, and that's where I'm going to start. Now, I'm going to talk about starting down here. If you're doing your neck, and level 2 is pretty intense for my neck, I can really feel it. I like to start right on the neck area and work my way up. Okay, and you're doing your small movements, your small circles. All right, but really what you want to do, and you should apply this all the way back here, get back here in this area and work all of this and do a couple segments in this area all the way up, because the more that you work this neck and this area, this is just all naturally going to plump and pull. So you're going to want to regenerate that and really get that really well. And also when you're doing all of your skincare, you want to be able to pull it around always, everything, Cavi, Neogenesis, whatever you're using, pull it all the way around. Then I'm working my small sections, okay, on my face. And the other area I want to talk about is this strip of landscape right here by the ear and on the side of the face. That little bit of staying nice and moist here really needs to be worked right into that ear, right behind it, all up in this area right there, because you want all of this to regenerate as well. Instead of working this so much right here and forgetting this tiny little area where you really want to get that all regenerated. And the more you work this and plump it, the more this is just all naturally going to pull a little. Now, it's not going to be like you've just got a facelift or anything, but every little bit is definitely going to help. You want to also work, the next area is your temple. Do not forget your temple, okay? Because this is key to pulling and lifting everything up. If you think about it, what we want to do is we want to lift everything up. So if you let this hollow and atrophy, which it does as we age, that is going to cause more crepiness, more lines around the eyes, this to come down. So the more that you plump and regenerate all this entire strip of landscape on your face, the better, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and finish my once over treatment, and then I'm going to come back with a few micro moves that can help you really plump up your entire face and certain areas of your face. Okay, so I've done the treatment all the way around, all the way up. I don't really do my forehead. I do this area here and around my eyes. My forehead, there's just not enough cushion there to really pull, and I find that this is very uncomfortable to do. If you can do yours, good for you. I really wish I could. Right now, I'm going to take this up to a level 3, and I'm going to do it on the red light. If you can kind of see that, it's the red light. And I do this on my really targeted areas, so around my mouth. And I'm gonna put just a, which is my temples and right around my eyes, okay? All right, so I'm gonna start this right around nasolabial marionettes. Go all the way around, especially down in here, right under my lip line. Okay, I don't want to adjust this mist, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this area. Now, instead of just working your lips and going back and forth over your lips, you know, that's great for the plumping that I know you want to get there. But I'm going to talk to you a little bit about lip filler. And, you know, back in the day, 10 years ago or so, if you went in, and if you're a young girl, they still do this, but they just filled the lips. That was it. So all this area could kind of be atrophied, sunken in a little bit, but the fillers weren't sophisticated enough, like they are now, to really fill that area without it being, you know, very thick. So, you know, they might fill the lip line, they might fill the actual lips, but the area around it, now what they're doing, they have such feather-light fillers that they are filling in and giving you more volume all the way around if you've got that sort of sunken in, pruny mouth that we get as we age. So what you want to do with your TMP is affect that same thing, which is to really plump up all this all the way around as well as your lips, so it looks just more naturally collagen plump and juicy versus just working on the lip area nonstop. You really want to work all this all the way around, okay? So that's one little tip. And to do this next, I'm gonna add a little more mist here. I don't like to spray around my eyes or my mouth. I'm kind of doing that today for your benefit, but I do like to apply with either a brush or my fingers the extra mist to keep it real wet. Okay, so I'm gonna go up to level 3 here on my red. Work all the way up around, okay? And I'm gonna work that temple really well all the way over my eye area, because again, we want to lift. And lifting all of this as much as you can, if you can get all the way up in there, then that's great. And again, just the tiniest bit to keep this nice and moist, okay? And working the last section is this cheek area. And I'm going to tell you one move that I have found that really works. And I'm going to pump all the way up to level 4 for this one. A little more mist. You can even put more gel on. Is to take your TMP and instead of moving it around, press it somewhat firmly, but not hard. Just gently press it and move in a circular motion. And then as you kind of lift it up off your skin, then do the movement around. So press, move it, and then gently lift it up. And I find just this tiny little targeted micro move, you'll really kind of feel it as you start to lift it up. You'll feel that just plump up even more. And I wouldn't, only do that in the areas where you feel you just want to, oh boy, yeah, you can really feel that, especially on level 4, where you just press, move, and then as you lift it up to the top layer of your skin, you're sort of pressing and moving it up. And that is going to give you just that extra little bit of draw and plump in any areas that you need to do it. So if you really have some deep lines here, you can try to do that as well. And one area I like to do that, especially, is this 11 line. This is where I really get my, ooh, that's significant. Just press, and then as I move it up, I move it around on the skin. Lift it. That is intense. So, work up to these movements that you're doing. So I'm going to go around and do that on the other side of my face off camera. But right now, as we're working this, you can see there's a significant amount of plump and lift on this side right here that I'm going to have to go over and affect over on this side. I'm going to give you a couple targeted moves with the mini. Now, you can do a quick toning right here just to get, I find that TMP is really great for this area up here and around here, and the mini is very good for just getting that kind of fat pad sag that we get there, that droop, and lifting that up and really taking your muscles and toning them and firming them in that area. So I go over that. And again, why I love these little probes, you can really get into the contours of your face better than any microcurrent home use device that I have personally used or seen. This one, like just grabbing those muscles like that right in there on that cheekbone, that's what you want with microcurrent. Now, one thing I'm going to suggest, a lot of people, they'll start up like this, they'll go up like this and grab. Those are all great. Nothing wrong with any of that. Again, work your real estate on the side of your face. You want to lift all the way back in here, all the way up in that hairline cheekbone area. You also can take this at an angle and work to lift this nasolabial line right here. Instead of going like this, work it at an angle, hold it, and you can do a couple passes like that, and then come down here to the very next section, work and hold it, and then, toward where that you instinctively know where the beep's going to be after a minute, and then just work all the way. If you have time to really do this treatment and do it well and do it a couple times a week at least, you're going to find the effects are going to hold pretty well for you. So if you just need to get in there with a real quick once over, before you do your makeup one day, you're going to find that muscle memory is there, and they're going to do what you want them to do. So it's nice to be able to, on a Sunday afternoon or in the evening or something, if you really have a good, 30, 40 minutes to devote to these treatments to get your muscles and your skin right where you want it, then it's going to be so nice and easy to just get that real quick lift in 5 minutes when you just don't have the time to devote all that to it. Now, the next thing that I'm going to show you is around your mouth. And I've done this on another video, but I'm going to go over here. What you want to do is you want to get that bottom lip spill over, and you hold it right under that bottom lip and just hold it there. You can do this. You can grab and pull up the lip like this and work to get these top areas. And I'm doing this very quickly. I would hold it longer if I was doing these actual treatments, you know, just my own session. But just to give you the idea to work this and do these micro treatments, which is what's so nice about this little device. Also, grabbing the corner of your lips that often turn down as we age. This is better if I'm not talking, but you can do it and really help these turn up as well. And doing these micro target on the cheekbone is going to be good too, because you're going to find this is naturally going to just, everything that you do up here is just naturally going to pull all of that. Then the next, of course, is the eyes, which is so nice to be able to micro sculpt around the eyes. And you can hold it underneath if you're, you know, you're somewhat hooded, and really get a nice toning and lift in there, which is what I really like, because I tend to get a little bit of a droopiness there. If you can hold it over, you know, move it all the way up. I don't have any problem with this device on my forehead or any area. It's not painful at all. And believe you me, I've had some painful microcurrent devices that if you don't have the gel, you don't have, boy, they can really zap you. This one I have not gotten zapped. So it's, but I see the results. And sometimes I'll put the liquid and gel in my hand and then rub the probes. If I'm trying to just, you should really have it on your skin, but if I just want to, you know, a quick bit, you can do that. Use this as a little mixing palette for your products, and then move up. So those are a few little micro treatments that you can do. So hopefully those work for you, and you you know, can really kind of micro sculpt your own face and get the results that you want as well. So thanks for watching.